Alright, before I get going on the mantaray project here, I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to Jdpasl. He sent these awesome stickers. I'll throw one right there. I don't know if you've been to his channel or not. He runs a whole lot of Traxxas really fast. I think some of his latest videos were X-Max, and I think he has maybe a Spartan Traxxas boat. It's one of the Traxxas boats, but that's a really nice video. So if you like stuff that goes fast, go check out Jdpasl. He's got some good stuff. Hello, and how's everyone doing today? Well, today I got the mantaray I'm working on. This has been a little bit of a struggle for me since the day I got it. I picked it up off of eBay. I think I gave right around $100 for it, and it was a brushless setup. And it's been an interesting journey. I think the first time I took it out, I snapped one of these old plastic style turnbuckle deals off the back, or hubs, whatever you want to call them. So I snapped that off first. So that was my first failure with this car. I got all that back together and replaced. I took it out the second time and melted one of the connectors off the motor. It was a center one the first time. Well, then I took it out the third time, and once again I melted, that'd be this end one that's still removed from it, I melted it off. And thanks to some people like Shin RC and Filthy Co., they told me that it was the oversized tires. These are the tires it came with, which they're much larger than what needs to be on there. So they said overamping the motor and causing it to burn out. And then they said once that happens, it messes up the magnets, and then your speed controller keeps trying to feed power to it to make up for that. So that didn't go over well. I bought these buggy tires off of another eBay purchase, and they're a lot more proper. They're proper buggy tires. They should be a lot closer to the size it's supposed to be on it, I'm hoping. Oh, and then also when I got it, it had a busted shock tower, so I've replaced that one. And here's what I'm doing now. I bought a aluminum heat sink style motor mount because the original motor mount had cracks running through it. And this is just a no-name brushless motor. It's let's say 3000 kV waterproof 540 motor. So I'm going to try to get this installed. I'm going to pull off, I did a little research because I don't have the tool to set the pinion. I said I can just pull off 3 bolts and remove this upper cap, and I should be able to see inside to align it. I'm going to get that all set up and plugged in, and hopefully with any luck I'll get it working properly. And I've also got a temperature gun, so when I take it out and try to run it, I'm going to go ahead and try to take it easy on it at first and keep checking the temperature on the motor and see what's happening. So yeah, I burnt this one up. Oh, it's also got a pretty ugly body on it. I'm having a hard time finding a mantaray body at a reasonable price. And whenever I do find one, they want $60 for it, and I just can't pay $60 for a piece of Lexan polycarbonate that size. So, but maybe one day I'll come across one. But alright, hang on and stay tuned, and I'll get this hooked up and see if I can get everything working properly, and we'll go from there. Thank you. Alright, welcome back. It is possible that we have success. Everything's been installed back to where it's supposed to be. There was quite a bit of bushings inside of this still, so everything I could get to without the exception of right here, because that would have been a long tear down. But I replaced with the bearings, so all those were the bushings that were in it. And they had these 3mm bullet connectors on here. I went ahead and upgraded to 4mm bullet connectors. That's a lot more juice going through the connector. Hopefully make it run a little bit cooler. But I fired it up and everything seems to run, and it seems to run cool. The only thing is whoever's added this aftermarket, this was on there when I got it, this aftermarket drive shaft, it barely fits in there, and it kind of rubs on the plastic a little bit, makes a noise. I'll have to see what I can do about that at a later date. But let's fire it on here. And so far, I can still lay my fingers on the motor, the speed controller, and the battery. Let's see. Battery's running at 79, 80 degrees Fahrenheit so far. Or the motor, I mean. Shoot the battery here. Battery's at 68. ESC's running about 70, 71. Oh, with any luck, this just might work. Well, I'll take it out and do a little bit of run video, and I'll get back with you on that. Alright, hey everybody, we're getting ready to start doing the testing on the brushless motor system here. But before I get going, I did find another problem. This is an original mantaray, not a re-release, so the parts on it are getting very fragile. I don't know how you can see, but that is broken right in there where the A-arm goes in, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and run it and try to take it easy on it. There won't be any jumps or anything. This is a brushless motor test, and that's what matters. Well, hang on, we'll get started with that. Alright, first little run here is take a temperature reading. Motor's running 62 degrees, so that's a good. ESC's at 53. And the battery's at 48. So far so good. I'll run a little bit more and see if it ends up heating up on us. Oh, tumble. Well, good news is the motor is still nice and cool to the touch. Bad news is that piece let go, so that will conclude our brushless test. But thumbs up, the brushless system works, and that was the important part. I'll get the rest of the pieces ordered, and maybe soon I'll actually have a properly running mantaray. So thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for more RC action. Yeah.